Colt Police Positive Revolver. It's an interesting little handgun that I picked up recently. The Colt Police Positive was manufactured from 1907 to 1947. It came in the following calibers: 32 Colt long and short, 32 Colt New Police, which was basically 32 Smith & Wesson long, and 38 Colt New Police, which was basically interchangeable with a 38 Smith & Wesson. So if you're thinking of getting one of these, kind of use caution that if it is a 32 Colt, the 32 Colt long and short are not interchangeable with the 32 Smith & Wesson long and short. So that's kind of something you gotta be aware of. But I'm not gonna go into that in detail. This barrel is just marked 38, but it shoots 38 Smith & Wesson. It's just a basic, simple, solid frame, 6-shot, swing-out cylinder revolver. Get the latch here. Sorry about that. And then you would eject the cartridges. How it gets the positive in its name, and what this was at the time, what Colt was a new innovation, is it's the positive hammer safety lock. Now, as you see down in here in the frame, the hammer is down. And the older single actions in that, when the hammer was down, or even the older double actions, the hammer was down. When you have a fixed firing pin like this, the hammer would protrude through the frame. So when you loaded the cylinder load, whether it be 5 or 6 of the cartridges, you would have your firing pin protruding and resting against the primer. Now, as we'll try to demonstrate here, if you go and fire this gun, you'd fire it, the firing pin would protrude through the frame and set off the primer. But now when you release the trigger and it resets, it sets the hammer back and then locks it. And now this is positively locked. And if you bang the gun, drop the gun, it will not set off a cartridge, a live cartridge, because it's not resting against the primer. It's blocked back. This was a big thing for Colt as a new design at the time, safety feature, which is in a lot of modern handguns now. This particular gun, I think, was made around 1910. And as you can tell from the finish on the frame and cylinder and the barrel was probably replaced on there at a later point in time. But we'll take a look at some of the markings. I'll get it up close. On the frame, you have the rampant Colt, or the Colt horse. And then on your barrel, like it says there, police positive, and just says 38. And then we have our address and scroll up here on top of the barrel. So a nice gun. This one's a 6-inch barrel. They came in lengths of like 2.5, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The old days, they'd make a lot of variations on the gun. And this one's 38 Smith & Wesson, or 38 Colt New Police, as it would be called. Pretty simple. Like I said, single action, double action revolver. This gun was very popular on the civilian market and was used by a lot of different law enforcement as a standard issue gun of the time. I think this particular gun was made in 1910. Has the Colt hard rubber grips, the older style. And the thing about these, you have to be careful. If you ever see a lot of them, there's 2 pins in the frame that lock the grip into place. And if you drop these pistols or revolvers, or if you bang that, you'll also see where that pin is. It'll chip out and break the grips. So you got to be careful with these older guns. And, you know, like I said, it's about 100 years old, so it's frail all the way around. You know, if you can find them, this one I got fairly reasonable because, you know, obviously you can tell the barrel's been replaced. So that kind of detracts from the value in terms of collector's terms. Now, if you had a mint one with the cardboard box it came in, you know, now you're talking a collector's item with some high value to it. You're getting into a higher price range. I just wanted a neat old little gun, didn't have to put a lot of money in, that works well. I have run across a few of these in the past, but they were not in as nice a shootable condition as this. They're pretty beat up. But if you could find one, they're a neat gun. They're comfortable to shoot. You know, it fits in my hand. I can get my finger around the trigger where I'm comfortable with it. It's a smaller weapon. It's not that powerful. It's got low recoil. It's fun to shoot, just fooling around shooting at you know, targets or steel plates or something like that. It's a neat little gun. Yeah, so if you find one used and it's fairly reasonable, a couple $100 or something, go for it. You know, it's another part of gun history here. The Colt Police Positive. I hope you enjoyed the video.